Hello and welcome to the show. I'm here on Forza 5 with another silly car build, and this has probably been the most requested car of the lot recently. It is, of course, the Mini Cooper. We're not going to be leaving the engine standard in this, that is for sure. However, to start with, I am going to leave the drivetrain standard. We are going to have a go with a front-wheel drive car. Look at the lovely interior. Yes, I'm going to leave it with a standard drivetrain and see what happens to it. I mean, I imagine it's going to be almost impossible to drive, but that should be interesting. Isn't that the point of this series, to make cars impossible to drive? I will then swap it to perhaps rear-wheel drive, and then we'll see what it does. So we're going to put in a 2-litre Honda engine. I presume this one is. Right, we'll get that in there, and then we will add on a turbo or a supercharger. What do we want? Let's go for a turbocharger on this one. It's already up to C class. This could be contender for one of the lightest cars as well. I wonder if we can get it lighter than... Where's lightness? Lightness is in here somewhere. Can we get you lighter than the Lotus 11? No, we can't. £1,300 is still pretty damn scary. Although we'll go up a little bit when we stick a roll cage in here. What do we get? Yeah, just under 1,400. Pretty damn light this vehicle will be. Sticking some roll bars, anything to try and make this thing vaguely handle. It's not going to handle that well. It's going to be many understeers. I do know that much. There's some racing suspension, racing brakes, they'll be important. Should stop quite well, this car. It should get stopped pretty quickly, considering it doesn't weigh very much. And the brakes should be fairly decent on this. What have we got? Then we'll go through here, add all of these in. We might as well get a good gearbox. Yeah, otherwise the car probably won't have... I don't know how many gears does the normal Mini have? 4, I would imagine. And on most Minis, probably one of them doesn't work properly. Right, so stick all of this stuff on. You definitely need a differential. We don't want to be putting 500-600 horsepower through a standard differential in a Mini. It wasn't designed for that. Let's put on some racing tyres for any chance of grip. We're going to need these. How big of front tyres can we get? Not quite as big as I would like, I'll be honest. I could do with bigger tyres if I am to have any hope of keeping this car on the road. We can have humongous rear tyres. Well, I say humongous. We can have fairly sizable rear tyres. We really need bigger front tyres on this car to try and get any grip. We're going to have like an inverse drag car. That's what we need. We're not going to quite get it. I'm going to stick an aero on here because I think if anything that might make this car vaguely handle. I'm not sure. I kind of miss the stupid wings on the back of the cars. Like, that's just too sensible. I want silly, ridiculous wings on some cars, not all of them. Yeah, okay. So that's all of that stuff done. Yes. Power. Let's go for power. How much can we get out of this car? I can't remember how much you can get. I swear the Mini could have had bigger engines. I swear when I first I built up a Mini, I swear you could get like a V6. Perhaps, was it that? I don't. It might be this engine all along. I swear there were bigger ones for it though. So yeah, we're not going to have quite the absurd amount of power I was sort of hoping for, I don't think. We may still get into the 600s. Depends how much the turbo adds to it. I don't know. I'm not filled with confidence with this car, I will be honest. I'm expecting it to be utterly undrivable. That's kind of the idea though. And turbo. Okay, turbo, I need you to add lots of power on. Okay? Here we go. 128 horsepowers. Yeah, that's lots of power. Okay, we're going to be going up into the sort of 700 horsepower region in a front-wheel drive car. I wonder what the world's most powerful front-wheel drive vehicle is. I mean, I know like the production ones, I think the Focus... The Focus holds the record, unless anything's gone more powerful since. But I wonder what the most powerful modified one is. I know there's front-wheel drive categories for drag racing, and I presume there are some ridiculously powerful cars in that. I don't know. I wonder what that is. I may have to Google it once we are done here. Right. I believe that I have done everything on this car. I'm going to make sure I've got the right tyres. Not going to do that again. Yes, we've definitely got race tyres. I believe we've got a fully upgraded Mini. that is still front-wheel drive. So let's go and find out how well this goes around the testing ground that we have for this. We go to the Road America West Alternate, I believe is the name of the thing, somewhere in here. West Alternate Route. It has the chicane in it. The idea is we're going to see how close the car can get to a lap time set by a standard Koenigsegg Agera, which was a 126.4. Now, as you saw, this car's PI is not even into S-Class yet. I think a lot of that is down to the drivetrain, by the way. So I am not expecting this to beat the Agera. I'm expecting this to be one of the worst handling cars in existence. But here goes. Let's see how we do with 700 horsepower going through the front wheels. We're off the line, and there is a fair amount of wheel spin. How do we do through the corners? Ooh! Okay, this handle's weird. See, I just makes it to turn in, put the power down, and just get understeer. And it's oh god. Ooh, no. Okay, gentle power, gentle on the power. This is such a weird car to drive. If you're not spinning the wheels, the back end on this is ridiculously light. And then when, of course, you are spinning the wheels, all you get is understeer. I can't turn and put the power down around that corner. I can have one of two. I can either be accelerating or turning, not the same. I can't have them both at the same time. Oh, come on now. Come on now. I'm having to let off the accelerator to turn, and then once I can point it in a straight line, that's when you can try and put the power down in this. Little power still, not very much steering. No, okay, let off, just cruise. Ooh, and then when you try and just sort of roll it through the corner, the back end goes all twitchy on you. This is a tough car to drive. I can't decide if this is worse than the Alpha. The Alpha, in case you didn't watch the video, Alpha 33 likes to sort of lift its front wheels up all the damn time. I think this is worse. I think this is harder to drive. And I got almost half throttle through a corner there. We're still spinning the front wheels up all the way to 120 miles an hour. Okay, this is not very nice. And again, understeer still coming in. How am I going to get around? This is just a long corner. I can't really roll it through this corner. I've got to use some power. Okay, we haven't got understeer yet. Oh, look, we're up to half power. I'm not turning. Curb, grass. Speed? No, we can't get really any speed going. Okay, into the first corner. We could roll it through there. I think we can straighten it up just about in time. Oh dear, that's a terrible line. Then we get understeer. Right, put some power down. How fast can we go? I think the fastest we've had down here was 200 miles an hour in the Saleen. I'm not expecting this to beat the Saleen by any means, but I'd be interested to see how it could go if I could get it round a corner without spinning the wheels. Stop spinning the wheels, that's 140, and I can't do any more than that. I might get 150 out of it if I got it just right. Yeah, this has two settings. It has wheel spin or huge oversteer. This is not it's a ridiculous car. I'm sitting here, I'm thinking the rear-wheel drive version is going to have one setting, and that's oversteer and spinning, as this is a tiny wheelbase, not going to be the most stable. Oh dear, we're not even powering the rear wheels, and we have problems with oversteer when we don't have problems with understeer. This is a tough car. This is a tough car to control in every conceivable way. Right, let's turn in there. Then we have a straight bit, but I can't put the power down. It's just constant wheel spin. I think it's one of the third. I hate driving in third-person view, but I don't know if I can show you. It's not quite kicking up, or sort of wheel spinning enough to make huge plumes of smoke. I can control it just about, but the controller is vibrating like crazy with this car. I don't think I've driven a car that's made the controller go quite as crazy as this one. Okay, this corner here is nasty, because I can just about hold it. Then we start getting understeer. Can't put the power down. There we go. Now we can. No, we can't put the power down there. That's understeer. That's. Oh, we've broken the Mini. We may have slightly busted the. Oopsie. We've slightly killed it. It's gone. We've killed the steering. Where's the telemetry gone? I saw it popped up saying steering has gone. Steering, drive line, front brake. Oh, got 100% on one of the front brakes. I don't think I've ever done that before. And I've also apparently got 0% damage on a bright red spring. I think that's lying. Now the car should be still functioning in that the engine is still working. The steering is going to have the car pulling tremendously. And, oh god, or just not turning, even worse now. So we have lots of understeer, and then steering goes, oh god, I can't put any power down at all. The car is pulling. I'm not touching the steering here. Wait, okay, we'll get it in a straight line-ish. Yeah, I'm not touching the steering. This is pretty broken. If I jump on the brakes, it will also veer, I would imagine, quite violently to the right. Here we go, on the brakes. It's not actually that much worse than, okay, it just doesn't stop. See, I was expecting that to veer really violently to the right, but okay. Front-wheel drive Mini is stupid, absolutely stupid. Although, as you expected, 700 horsepower in this does not work. So, yeah, front-wheel drive, not really an option for the Mini. 39.4, and that involved me very nearly rolling it. So that car there is dead. I killed it. It's the first car I've wrecked in one of these. I think I scraped the wall with the Alpha. Other than that, I haven't killed it. That is a Mini that is gone. Okay, so front-wheel drive-wise, that is crazy. So it is now time to change the drive line. I'm going to go for rear-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive is your sensible option with this, if you're wanting to actually use this car. But what's the fun in being sensible? So let's go for a rear-wheel drive. Let's go and put 700 horsepower to the rear wheels of a car not designed for 700 horsepower. It affects the PI slightly. You know, just a little, just a little bit there, making the car rear-wheel drive. Okay, it's now into R class. So technically speaking, this is higher rated than a Koenigsegg Agera. This is on par with, oh god, what's in R class? I'm trying to remember. This is on par with some almost race cars. It's a little bit lower than an Ariel Atom. It might be up with an though it's higher than an Enzo. So yeah, this is going to be I think this is going to be oversteery and uncontrollable. Let's find out what happens to the mighty Mini now that we've got all the power going to the rear wheels. I'm hoping we'll be able to use a little bit more of the power. Bloody hell. What was that? Okay. We can use the power a little bit better. We can use it a bit better, but it is now just as scary in that okay, we've actually got too shorter gear ratios. We're going to have to just slightly adjust them. Sometimes the gearboxes can't quite adjust themselves to, I don't know why that's over there. 158 top speed. What the? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I moved it the wrong way. Over that way. Can we get past 200? Sure, we can. We must have enough power to get it well past 200. I mean, admittedly, a Mini is about as aerodynamical as a barn, but it should have more than enough power in this. 200. Okay, we're getting about 205 out of the Mini. 204, that's just minor tweaks, not really going to matter. I don't think I'm going to be able to control the damn car. There we go, 205 miles an hour is what the benchmark reckons this car will do. Okay, now we've got proper gear ratios. How are the brakes holding up? As expected, it's pretty good on the stopping front. Oh, not very good on the power delivery front. Twitchy little car, as expected really. Oh, there we go. That is pretty much what I expected from the Mini. Forza 5, I run with simulation steering on all Forzas, I always have done, and Forza 5 the cars can get incredibly twitchy if you're doing silly stuff with them. And of course having a tiny wheelbase, this could be one of the smallest cars lengthwise in the game. I'm trying to think if anything is smaller. I think that even the Lotus 11 is a diddy car just in general, but I think it's longer than this. And having such a tiny wheelbase is not good for twitchiness. Twitchiness bad, especially when you're trying to use 700 horsepower on this. Okay, we're going to have to take it easy through some of these corners for a very different reason than the front-wheel drive version. Get off the grass, goddammit, you're not a rally car. Certainly not in this guise, you're not. Right, to turn into that one and then fight all of the oversteer. I imagine it's not going to be as much fun through here as some of the other cars. Here we go. Can we hold any power? Not really. I daren't use too much power because it's just going to start sliding. There's a similar sort of speed around there to the front-wheel drive version. Then on the brakes, not quite stopping. Oh well, that's a better line through there for avoiding the bump. Didn't put me up onto two wheels. Okay, how fast Take your bets, audience. How fast are we going to get towards the next corner? This is the biggest bit of straight line that we get on this road America track. How fast are we? 160 through the corner. Doesn't like that. Does not like that at all. 177, I think that was. We are not going to get that much faster and still stop in time. Was the Agera? The Agera, I think, was 180, perhaps, down there. So it's only 10 miles an hour off an Agera. In a Mini. Admittedly, this is unbelievably silly to drive. I'm trying to think of what car has required as much concentration to keep on the road as this one. Probably most of the silly car builds. But this is it's just so twitchy. So twitchy. You've got to be so careful putting the power down. Yeah, there we go. It's still spinning in third. I was trying to sort of squeeze the power on, but it doesn't want to know. Fourth. Can we still get... Yep, we're still getting wheel spin if we're not careful there. God. Okay. One more corner to go on this lap. We were about 90 through most of this corner, which is about what most of the cars were doing here. Although I can get the power down better on the exit than I could with the front-wheel drive version. It doesn't understeer off. Be careful with the oversteer though. There we go, gathered it around there. Not too bad. And then on the brakes, we're 4 seconds off an Agera. Don't think we're going to beat it. Somehow. I have this suspicion that the Agera is going to be well out of reach of this. It's just... Woo! Woo! Catch it. That's a... Yeah, God. We are topping out the speedo very early on. There is no... As far as I can see, there is no rev counter. I presume if there was, we wouldn't leave the top of it. God. This might be the craziest car I've built yet. The front-wheel drive... Bloody hell. The front-wheel drive one was terrible. Is it worse than the Caterham for being tough to drive? I don't know. As a matter of fact, I think with the Caterham, running that on drag tyres is better than running it on race tyres, because the race tyres, of course, have an awful lot of grip. Whereas the drag tyres, they have a lot of grip, but when you actually come to turning corners, you get a lot of understeer. And by doing that, you make the car slightly less twitchy. Whereas in this, it is all very twitchy because the car has an awful lot of grip through the corners. So, woo, that's gone. There was nothing I could do about that one. God damn, I was doing so well at not having the cars do that, or this car do that. This is stupid, stupid Mini. Quite fun, but very, very stupid. Okay, one more lap. Can we get it into the 29s? I think we probably can, but I'm not sure we can get it that much faster. Okay, down the final corner. Get a good exit out of here to set me up for the next lap. Come on. Here we go, not too much wheel spin. Right, that's more like it. Okay, final lap to try and do anything. Careful of the bump. Okay, hasn't unsettled it too much. Oh, that gear change you didn't like. Oh, damn it. I think I should have just left it in second for all of that corner. I just, yeah, instinctively change it down to first for that bit. It's the cleverest thing I've ever done. Okay, be brave through here. Don't lift, don't lift, don't lift, don't lift, then brake. Oh, God. That thing is squirming under braking like mad. We have run a little bit wide, but it's okay. Haven't lost... Oh, we're pretty much neck and neck with our previous time. I'm not sure. It was a 30 point something. I don't know what the point something was. Okay, we've got to be neat and tidy through these next few corners. Don't give it any reason to do anything stupid. Careful on the power. Yeah, keeping third probably a good idea through there. Curbs aren't too bad, actually, in this. Oh, we're 1.2 seconds up. We've been a lot quicker through that section there. Yeah, I was expecting the curves might give it a bit more problems, but it didn't have a problem with coming across that curb onto the sort of shortened version of this track. Although, to be fair, I probably haven't been able to hit the curbs with this car as well, because it's just such a pain to drive. But this lap is looking pretty good. Don't run too wide there. Again, another nasty curb. You can get yourself sucked onto the grass. And then into the final long corner. And be patient with the power, because I can't do anything really with it. We're slightly out of position through there as the back end wanted to get away from me. And then boot it across the line. 29-0 for the Mini. Tyres. We have just about stopped in time. Ooh, yeah. That is an insane vehicle. Bloody hell. Mini is without a doubt one of the hardest cars to drive that I've built for this. It's just ridiculous, this thing. It is unbelievably twitchy. Stops pretty well. I have to say, and not quite as bad on the power as I thought it could be. Because, you know, again, 700 horsepower in a car that weighs 1,300 pounds, I thought that could be a hell of a lot worse. But if you get it wrong, it is going to snap and absolutely kill you. There is just no room for error in that thing at all. Sometimes you can catch some of the other cars, especially sort of the larger vehicles. You have more time, you have more warning. But in this, once it's gone, you've had it. There is bugger all you can do. I will finish off with a speed run on the Le Mans circuit. There we go. Because who doesn't want to see an original Mini do 200 miles an hour? Once I load this up, I believe if I go to the downforce settings and take all of the downforce off the upgraded aero, I think that gets your car faster than if you just leave it normal. I think that's how it works. I'm not entirely sure. Somebody commented that somewhere, or I read it somewhere. So yeah, I think that's how it works. So I will do that, and we will see if we can get the Mini past the 200 mile an hour mark. There is potential for it to absolutely lose control. I don't know how good it will be. What was it? The Lotus 11 when we did the speed run with that was all over the place at high speeds. The Alpha did wheelies. So yeah, who knows what the Mini might do when it comes to a long straight. Road America track that I've chosen for this doesn't have massively long straights. That's part of the reason why I chose the shortened layout is, well, to save a bit of time, but also because it will give the cars a lot of corners to tackle, which makes it challenging for these silly cars. Right, there's not much fun through these fast sections. Mini just doesn't like them. I just don't trust this car putting the power down through here. And then as we come on to the main straight, let's go and quickly change the tuning on the aero all the way to speed. So what is the statistics? There we go, I can speak. Reckon if I do that, 209 is what it reckons. Okay, let's see if we can go faster than that. We haven't had too many like over-calculate or under-calculations from the benchmark on here that I've noticed. Run a little bit wide. Oh, bloody hell. What was that? It just bounced over the curbs, and then there must have been another bump that I couldn't see that spun it round. Okay, we're not quite going to get that nice run onto the straight, but we haven't really needed the full length of the straight for any of these cars. They've just run out of steam as they got along here. I mean, this is probably one of the biggest straights I can think of. And most of the cars here are reaching their top speeds down it, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. We're already at 190. Come on, Mini, you can crack the 200. There we go. That's 200 miles an hour in a Mini. 205, and still it's going up. Can we get 210 out of you? Maybe if we go down a hill slightly. It is a little bit on the wibbly wobbly, vibraty, scary side. Stay in the middle of the road. 209 did just flash up. Come on, 210. I want 210 out of you. Can we do it? I don't think we can. Nah, I'm not sure we can get 210 out of the Mini. Oh, there's a bump there. Can we hold the corner? We can hold around the corner at 205. That's pretty impressive, actually. That with no downforce at all on it, that can do that corner. We're not going to do it. There we go. That is 209 mile an hour rear-wheel drive Mini. That is without a doubt one of the most ridiculously uncontrollable vehicles I have ever tried to drive in Forza 5. Good fun nonetheless. As ever with these, give it a go yourself. See how you do with an absolutely ridiculous Mini. Oh dear, this is a silly contraption. However, that is it for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.